And now, the worst part of the orientation day. Mind you that this will be the most informative part of the orientation day, so I will try to make it short. I cannot guarantee anything, and I know that these lots of information will be told to you. It will be dry, just like a subject's course material or anything, but these things are really, really important for you. Okay? So try to pay very close attention. Maybe I will hold a 5 or a 10 minutes break to let you chill out a bit. But these information pieces will be very important for you during your studies. So I advise you to pay attention, take your notes, and whenever the orientation days are ready and finished, I will send you this PPT, but I will say lots of additional information now. Okay, ready? Okay, and if the stream is also going, then we have international students from all around the world who have joined us online, but they cannot participate somehow personally on this orientation day. So a big welcome to all of them as well who are visiting us on YouTube. So let's see. Practical and study-related information to you, dear freshmen of the 2023-24 academic year. Next one, please. Right. So you might have got familiarized yourself at first with Neptune because you had to do your online enrollment, like registering for the year, registering for the semester and making it active. So the same will go in all semesters, and you don't have to take photos, Igor, because I will send you this PPT after the orientation day, okay? You will receive everything via email. I just ask all of you to pay attention and take your notes, okay? So the PPT contains a step-by-step guide with a working link if you get stuck on something, and the logging in, but I'm sure that most of you got familiar now with logging in to Neptune. And also the second orientation day, which will be held tomorrow at the same time, starting at the same time slot, 10 a.m. So you can participate freely in the Dean's course in the morning from 8 to 9:30, Insight into Hungary, and then we can meet again at the front gate around 9:45 or around 10 for tomorrow's orientation day, and I will take all of you who comes to a computer room where you can get familiarized also with course registration with the help of 2 of the registrar's office colleagues. Okay, so tomorrow we can meet again for a more Neptune oriented and course registration oriented orientation day. Today is the deadline of the enrollment and the activation passivation period, and I call your attention to the fact that there is the academic calendar on the faculty's website, which contains the most important dates and deadlines of which things you have to keep, like the course registration, like taking up and registering subjects for yourself. The deadline of that is the 8th of September, okay? So the 8th of September is the last date when you can pick up and register for courses. Next one, please. The PPT also contains a course and subject registration guide. You can check it after I send you the PPT's material. And as I told you, the course registration, taking up and also dropping courses lasts until the 8th of September. After the 8th of September, Neptune system will not allow you to take up or drop courses, okay? If you want to take up or drop courses after the deadline, you have to contact the registrar's office, and the registrar's office will tell you to fill in a special inquiry about like taking up a course or dropping a course later, and it also has a price if I am correct. So it is very important, I will repeat this lots and lots of times, to keep the deadlines, okay? Always keep watch of the deadlines in order to avoid problems in the future, okay? And also, as I said, the second day of orientation will be about not only the enrollment but the course registration, customer service, with the help of registrar's office people, and we will go to a computer room where you can log into your Neptune and you can ask your questions, all right? How to request a student status certificate. Student status certificate, you must have heard about this document, and you will like hear about it a lot if somebody or some authority requests you to like certify that you are a student of the University of Pécs, Faculty of Sciences. How to acquire this document at first? At first, you have to finalize your enrollment into the Neptune Integrated Study System. This is the online registration, of course. And then you have to enter, like register your, and also update your personal data. And very important, write your name in the Neptune system in the way it is written on your passport or personal ID card. It is very important to have the names matching. Like not only your name, but your mother's maiden name, like your mother's name before she was married. And also the permanent address, so write everything. Welcome, please have a seat. Yes?
Even if the mother's name in your passport is her marriage name, to use always the maiden name.
You have to always use the maiden name, yes. You always have to use your mother's maiden name, but if you write your own name into the Neptune, it is very important to have the names matching with your passport, because later on in the issuing of the student status certificate and when you graduate, it is very important also to have your name in the correct way, because that's how the student status certificate gets accepted, right? Also, and how to request the student status certificate via Neptune. You can request this status certificate via Neptune, and you don't have to always write an email to the registrar's office, to your administrator. You can request the student status certificate via Neptune. You log in to your Neptune account, you go to the part of administration. There is a menu called administration. There are the requests, and you have to choose if there is an English version like student status certificate, or if there is this Hungarian part, jogviszony igazolás kérelem, you have to choose that option. Then you click on that plus sign, go to select, hand it in, and then it will be printed and handed out for you. Or you can write an email as it is written to this ttkto, or only the ro@gamma.ttk.pt.hu. You can find the contact email addresses on the faculty's website, okay? And as I said, you don't have to jot down all of the email addresses and all of the links, just the most important information, because this presentation will be sent to everyone via email. So, what is this student status certificate good for? It is indisposable, like for residence permit application, but it has now a new procedure. But if you wish to have a student card, the student ID, with which you can use the public transport with a 50% discount, or for Stipendium Hungaricum students who came here with a scholarship, student status certificate is really, really important for your TOI card application. The TOI card is the health insurance card in English, okay? And also student status certificate is necessary for the OTP bank if you want to open a Hungarian bank account. They ask for student status certificate. Next one, please. And there is a new methodology for the application of the residence permit. There are students, who are those students among you who came from either EU country or a Schengen country? Is there any student? 1, 2, 3, yes. So, you know, you had to fill in an application via this enterhungary@gov.hu website, and you, these students of Schengen or EU countries will receive their address card and residence permit via post office at their address indicated on their residence or address card inquiry. For non-EU students, for third country students, you gave all the necessary data like biometrical data and every personal data that you needed for your visa application at the embassy when you have handed in your visa inquiry. And these data will be collected or were collected by the embassy, and the embassy sends the documents via post to the university's educational directorate. The educational directorate shall inform PTE's Central Registrar's Office from now on, and the Central Registrar's Office, so not our, but the central one, so the university's registrar's office and not the faculty one. The university's registrar's office will send you an email about when and where you can receive your documents, where you can receive the residence permit if you need one. Back in the day, yes?
So there's an option in the enrollment for the residence permit, and it says that you can put it on my residence or another address, but I should put it to the university.
No, actually, you can have your own address.
I mean, I should put it to that I should receive the permit to the organization office instead of my address.
Yes, you are going to receive it there. And you will be informed about it via email. And this is no longer our authority, this is no longer our responsibility.
Instead the official offices instead of my address for receiving the permit.
You can write your own address.
Yeah, you're telling me that I should put it, that basically I will receive the permit at the...
Which country are you from?
Panama.
Which one?
Panama.
Panama. Yeah, then you can put that university address and you will receive it via post there at the university address. But like at the end, I will answer all your questions. Let's just go through the most important information, okay? Because there are also countries which do not require a visa for all the students to enter Hungary. But like Panama, I think they did not request a visa to enter. Like you can use that enterhungary.gov.hu website. Okay, so you're going to receive an email about your residence permit being ready and finalized, and you are going to receive the details about when and where you can take your residence permit. In the past, it was there is an immigration office for all the international students, which is in Csend utca, here in Pécs, and each and every student had to go there personally to submit an inquiry for a residence permit. But this methodology is now like erased. This is now switched to this methodology that all the data that the students give at their embassy during the visa application. The embassy collects all the data, sends it via post to the university's educational directorate, and the educational directorate informs all the students about the arrival and the finished residence permit. Yes?
So if we've got an email saying that it's ready, do we still need to go there with the student card, or can we just fetch the residence permit?
Just be ready to identify yourself. Okay? All right. And yes, there is a third +1 point that if there was any problem about the biometrical data collection during the visa procedures or during the embassy procedures, and it was not successful somehow, then also you are going to receive an email from the educational directorate that they will tell you to go to the university's rector's cabinet in Vasvári Pál Street 4 to complete the biometrical scan. But the essence of all of this is that despite that there is an immigration office here in Pécs for international students of the University of Pécs no longer have to go personally to the immigration office to submit an inquiry for residence permit, because the university and also the immigration office wanted to make it easier for all international students. Next one, please. And after you have received your residence permit, the residence permit has got an identification number. Check this identification number of the residence permit. Bring the residence permit to the registrar's office, to your responsible administrator, and the registrar's office, your administrator in the registrar's office, you have to ask her to register this number to the Neptune system. Yes?
Just one information to the end, that you can send the scanned version of your residence permit via email. It is faster and easier for you.
So either come into the registrar's office with the documents, with the physical copy of the documents, or scan the document and send it to your administrator via email and ask them to register the ID number of the residence permit to the system. Yes?
Both pages.
Oh, and both pages, because it is a two-page document. Scan both pages of the residence permit. Okay? If you do not want to come personally with the document, then scan both pages of the residence permit and then send it to your administrator via email and ask her to register it for you. Next, please. Student ID card. Another very, very important document. The student ID card grants you reduced fares for public transport, grants you free access for campus sport facilities as well. So student ID card is very important. How to apply for this? As I said, it is not necessary to take photographs of these slides because I will send it to everyone via email, okay? How to apply for the student ID card? At first, log into your Neptune and check all your personal data. Check if everything is correct. If something is not right, then you have to write an inquiry to the registrar's office that this data is bad, I want to update it, I cannot update it, I want to modify it. So check all your personal data in Neptune, and then you have to go to the designated address, Kossuth Square 13 or Szántó Kovács János Street 1, because there is a governmental office called the Office of Records. And there you say or you choose there on the screen that why have you come and such. You can have a number by which you will be called to a governmental window, and it is important to submit only proper data as they appear in your official documents like the passport. You remember when I said about the Neptune things that it is very important to have the names matching on your passport and in the Neptune system. The same goes here. So only proper data should be submitted as they appear in the official documents, because sometimes, or maybe like always, the educational authority compares the application data with the database of the National Address Registry System. They also compare the student's Neptune data and the NEK document data as well. To inquire for a student ID card, necessary documents: passport, student status certificate. Those are very important, and you know we spoke about the student status certificate earlier. So for the student ID card, you need your passport and the student status certificate. In this Office of Records, if you go there, an official photo will be taken from you and you must provide your signature. But you know, if you go to the Office of Records, this information will be told to you again, but it is important, we think it is important to know preliminarily that before you go to the Office of Records, you know what will happen, okay? And when the official photo is taken, after you provided the signature, and after every data in your official documents have been checked, you are going to receive a one-page document, a data sheet called the NEK datasheet. And the NEK datasheet has got a 16-character identification number of it in the upper right corner of this document, and that will be very important. So in summary, student ID card, you check all your data in Neptune, then go to the Office of Records. I recommend the Kossuth Square, the Kossuth tér one. Then you submit the inquiry that you want to request a student ID card. They will check your data. They will ask for your passport and student status certificate. You give those. Then they will take a photo of you. You provide a signature. And after that, you are going to receive this one-page datasheet, the NEK datasheet. Next one, please. And what to do with this datasheet? You remember I told you about the 16-character identification number. That is important. You go to Neptune, you log in, go to the administration menu. There is the menu point student card request, and you apply for the student card. After if you click on the student card request, the system will ask that 16-character identification number, which can be found at the upper right corner of the datasheet you received at the Office of Records. You type in that 16-character number, and then after 3 or 4 days, the registrar's office can give you a temporary student card certificate, but it is only valid for 60 days. So if somebody or some authority, like on the public transport, asks for your student ID card, and you show this temporary student card certificate, they will not sue you, they will not fine you, but mind you that it is only valid for 60 days. And the student card will look like the following way. I will show it to you in a physical format. There is a plastic student card. You can see it here in my hand. This plastic card takes about 60 days to be produced after being requested via Neptune. And the educational authority will post these student cards to the registrar's office. And Faculty of Sciences students are going to receive, all of you who have requested a student card, all of you are going to receive a bulk email that your student card has arrived. You can get it at the registrar's office at this and this place and at this and this time slot. So you are going to receive a plastic card like this, but at first you have to request it via Neptune, okay? And in the upcoming semesters, you do not have to request another plastic card, because the backside of this plastic card has got a place for stickers. And these stickers are also provided by the registrar's office. And as long as you have an active student status certificate, so basically, as long as you are a student of the university, you are authorized to get a sticker on your student card. And the stickers show the validity of the student card itself, and semester by semester you have to get a new sticker on your student card, this plastic card. Okay, so far so good. Okay, next one. Yes, so you can see an infographic here as well. I will not say the same words again. You can see it in the presentation after the orientation day is over. I will send it to all of you. Next one. Campus Legal Aid Clinic. If you have like problems with your landlord, if like hands up those who do not live in a dormitory but live in a rented flat. Thank you. So like if you have some problem with the landlord and tenancy that you cannot solve between yourselves, only then go and search for the Campus Legal Aid Clinic. But it is important at first to try to speak and try to solve the case with your landlord before going to like legal matters. Also, if somehow your residence permit extension has been refused, you can get like explanation from the Campus Legal Aid Clinic, not like active help about like appealing for or against the decision, but you can get explanation about why your residence permit extension was refused. Or if you want to make a living here in Pécs and you want to become like an entrepreneur and you want to start a company by yourself, then also they are your partners in it. Like they can give international students advice, legal advice, about what is the legal and legislative background of starting a company. Okay? Next, please. Medical insurance. At first, I will tell how the scholarship students can get their health insurance, and then I will tell you how the fee-paying health insurance things go. Okay? Hands up, scholarship students. Every scholarship student, hands up. Okay, thank you. So, scholarship students, after you have received your residence permit, you have to visit the Central Registrar's Office, or KTI, at Pécs, Dohány Street, 1-3. And then there you apply for the Hungarian medical insurance card, and it is called in short TAI card. Okay? And this is only for scholarship students. The colleague of the Central Registrar's Office who deals with the medical insurance of scholarship students is Ms. Terézia Bán. You can look for her exactly as well. For the scholarship students to receive their TAI card, they need the following documents: passport, valid residence permit, this accommodation confirmation or the address card, the Stipendium Hungaricum or Diaspora Scholarship letter of award. Not the letter of admission, but the letter of award, okay? And also, you have to request a student status certificate issued from the registrar's office, and the student status certificate has to be not more than 30 days prior to the application. So whenever you want to receive your TOEIC card, scholarship students, then immediately go to, write an email to the registrar's office or submit an inquiry in Neptune and inquire a student status certificate because it is really important for the health insurance. It takes approximately about 2 to 4 weeks to issue this TOEIC card for the scholarship students. And when it is ready, you will be notified not via email, but via Neptune. You will be notified via Neptune to visit the Central Registrar's office again and pick the TOEIC card up. Okay? So this is for scholarship students. Next one, please. Fee-paying students, hands up. Okay, thank you. For fee-paying students, the state or any foundation cannot provide the health insurance, so you have to do it on your own, but there is help for it, of course. For the students of the University of Pécs, there is the Generali Providentia Studium Accident and Health Insurance with cost reimbursement. About the exact prices, these might not be the exact price, but this is the latest information that we gathered from the website. Yes?
For the full year is 96,000.
96 now. Thank you for the information. Okay, so according to the latest information for 12 months, right? So for 12 months, it's 96,000 Hungarian forints to sign a health insurance contract. It is very important to sign a health insurance contract because you cannot know what might happen with you during your university years, and may the skies protect us and protect you from any accident, but you know, life is sometimes unpredictable. And if you have like a medical condition that has to be treated, or you suffer an accident, but you do not have a health insurance, you do not have a health insurance contract, then it is problematic that, of course, you are going to receive treatment, you are going to receive health care, but you have to pay lots and lots more money for the treatment. So, the insurance for fee-paying students is available from the University of Pécs International Studies Center. The International Studies Center is located in Damjanich Street 30 on its ground floor. And you can get further information about the health insurance from Mr. Tamás Nádai, and you can see his email address here, and you will see it in the presentation. And you can read more about signing a health insurance contract under the following link. And it is very important, mind you, that even if you have an active insurance contract, and if you suffer an accident, or you go to a hospital because you need specialized care, then you will still have to pay everything on the spot. So please prepare your money. If you are a fee-paying student, prepare yourself to pay the amount of fees that the hospital or the doctor requires for the treatment and the care, because you have to pay everything on the spot. But if you have an active contract, you can ask for the official invoice. The hospital or the doctor will issue you the invoice. you bring the invoice to the insurance office, and the insurance office will insure you that this money that you had to pay on the spot is refunded fully. So you will not receive a deducted refund fee. You are going to get everything that you have paid for the health treatment or health care if you have a medical insurance. So this is crucial. Yes?
A European health insurance card?
No, that's a good question. Thank you. So those students who are from the European Union and have got an E111 or E111 card, this is a blue plastic card. If you have a European health insurance card which is valid and did not expire, then you do not have to pay anything on the spot and not afterwards. Okay? So if you have a European health insurance card, you will be treated free of charge. Okay, next one. And yes, if you have any health condition that you feel that you need a doctor, you need a GP, there is a general practitioner service for the students of the University of Pécs. If you have a TOI card, scholarship students, heads up, or if you have a health insurance, fee-paying students, heads up, then the general practitioner is free of charge. Without TOI card or insurance, it costs around 2,500 or 5,000 forints. If you have got any insurance which is issued by a company which is not the Generali Providentia Studium, so not in contract with PTE, then the same process goes that you have a paying obligation on the spot, then you receive the ambulant card plus the invoice, and then you can hand in at the insurance office the reimbursement inquiry. If the GP cannot treat you on the spot and he or she feels that you have to get specialized treatment, then the GP may redirect you to a specialist for special treatment. But the process, like the paying process, is the same, that if you have a TOI card, then it's free of charge. If you have health insurance contract, then of course you have to pay on the spot and you can inquire for a refund. And also, if the doctor prescribes you a medication, then you can buy it at any local pharmacy or chemist. Yes?
Will we always have to pay for the medication, or it is covered by the insurance?
It will be covered by the insurance. The medication, you have to pay for the medication, but a reduced price. Yeah, but at a reduced price. They will not tell you it's a reduced price, but it is. But it is. It is a reduced price. So yes. And it is important that if, yes?
Prescription drugs that are prescribed in another country, are they available here? Or will it depend?
It depends on what kind of medication those are, but if you have prescription from another country, go to the pharmacist, ask if the medication is available or not. So they can tell it to you. Also, attention, if you need medical assistance and if you feel yourself that you have to go to a GP, book an appointment via the contacts below. Either call them via phone, but it's more efficient if you write an email to gp@pte.hu. Write an email there, and appointments are only booked following a preliminary either email or phone conversation. And you cannot go to the GP without appointment. Okay? And here are the open hours of the PT General Practitioner Service showed in the presentation. You are going to receive this material, as I have said many times before. Next one. Next one, please, Adam.
Sorry.
No problem. Who has already opened a Hungarian bank account? Okay, then maybe you can help your fellow students and maybe you can either certify or falsify this information which is in the presentation, because many shops in Hungary accept payment by euros, but our currency still is the Hungarian forint. It is easier to manage finances via Hungarian bank accounts, so it is really recommended for you to do so. The university and the Faculty of Sciences especially recommends OTP Bank's branch office in Rákóczi út 1, Pécs, because OTP Bank is the bank which deals with the most cases of international students. So we have lots and lots of students who have an OTP bank account. Okay, but if you do not like OTP or you want to switch bank accounts, any other bank can be used as well. So it is entrusted on you. And be mindful that if you open a bank account and you receive your account number, IBAN number and such, always register and change all of your new or updated data in Neptune. Okay? Because for fee-paying students and for scholarship students as well, it is important to have the current bank accounts number in the study system, because scholarship students are going to receive their monthly stipend to the designated bank account, and fee-paying students have to make payments from the most updated bank account as well, of course, so it is very important. Yes?
So, the people, the process will be different as when we pay for getting in the university. Like I pay with my Visa card. It will be different the next semester, the next year.
No, it will not be. So it depends on what kind of bank account you have. It does not depend on like if you're a fee-paying or a scholarship student. It just depends on like what do you have to pay for and what do you gain from the university and such. Yes?
If I already have my own bank account, but it's not Hungarian, do I still have to get the Hungarian bank account?
It is recommended because, as I said, many shops accept like euros as payment, but it is easier to manage finances in forints. So it is recommended for every international student to open a forint-based bank account.
Yeah. So I remember I was doing the registration at Neptune,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't get the account number from my bank account because it's not Hungarian.
Mm-hmm.
So to enter the bank account at Neptune, it has to be Hungarian.
Yeah, it has to be. Or like if your bank account has an IBAN code which is internationally used, maybe that can be used as well. But as I said, it is slightly recommended, and it's not a big process to open a Hungarian bank account. You just need a student status certificate for that. Submit an inquiry that you want to open a bank account, and you can also transfer your money from your previous bank account to the Hungarian bank account. Okay? Can we go further on? Okay, next one, please. Yeah, and student counseling. This is also a very important service for you. Student counseling's primary objective is to provide students with psychological counseling. If you feel homesick, if you're stressed, nervous, or pretty much afraid of the pressure of anything that you face, student counseling is the best choice for international students to seek them out, and they can help you get through the challenges maybe the dean also have mentioned. Okay, so be mindful to seek them out, and this service is free of charge and it guarantees complete discretion. So don't be afraid that your name or any personal data gets out. Student counseling is free of charge and private. Okay? And here will be a website as well to get more information. Next one. We're nearing the end, by the way, so just a bit more patience. And if I may, I open a window to let some fresh air in from outside. May I ask some students there to, or Leah, can you help? And now, the most important people of your university life shall be introduced to you, because as I said, as I told you outside, after the orientation days are over and after the enrollment is done and finished, I will leave your company, and that is where my authority ends as well. My authority extends from the point of the submission of the application to the point of the orientation day and the enrollment. And from now on, you are going to be the responsibility and also the mentees of the registrar's office, and the registrar's office colleagues shall help you deal with the active studies related cases, like administration, any document that has to be issued, or if you have a problem about like course registration, Neptune, or anything that is related to your active studies, then the registrar's office are your people. And there is a front office which is used for the student information service. The opening hours can be seen here, and also the opening hours are advertised on the faculty's website as well, ttk.pte.hu. And so room A324, that is the registrar's office room, the front office, where you can go with an active study related case. And then here is the name of your administrators. Every course, every program has got a responsible administrator. You have already met Mrs. Cornelia Vince, sitting at the back of this room, and she is the responsible administrator, as you see it, for biology BSc and MSc, chemistry BSc and MSc. Physical training students. If you have met or not with Ms. Zsófia Dúl, she will be your administrator. Computer science students are the responsibility of Ms. Petra Hajnal. Geography students and physics students are the responsibility of Mrs. Kristina Elekes. I think that there is a PhD student among us as well. Hands up. Andres? Yes. And your coordinator is Mrs. Kristina Németh. You met her. Wonderful. Okay. So memorize these names, and the email addresses of these ladies are also on the faculty's website. You can search for them, and it is important to, whenever you write an email, attention, whenever you write an email to your responsible administrator or to the registrar's office, anything, use a formal email writing style, address them properly, with respect, tell your name, Neptune code, and major at first, because it will be easier for them to find you among the hundreds of students if you tell your name, your Neptune code, and which program you are studying, and then tell them your inquiry, tell them your request. But mind you, please respect the registrars. respect your administrators, as they will be your greatest help throughout your whole university studies. Okay? And I know that this may sound a bit harsh or strict from me, but mind you that there were cases in the last few years when the students were extremely disrespectful and even aggressive with the administrators. Avoid this behavior because you might have problems about it. Okay? I do not imagine any of you being anything disrespectful towards the administrators, but the last few years' cases taught us to tell all of the students with respect to we respect you, and in like backwards, please respect us and please respect the administrators. Okay? Next one. Courses and registration. Now to the more active studies related cases. The registration for and dropping courses in Neptune is going on continuously as the courses are announced, and I mentioned the deadline previously of the 8th of September, sorry. So the 8th of September is the deadline of taking up and dropping courses. And also, please go to the website of the Faculty of Sciences. Maybe some of you knows the website ttk.pte.hu, and at the students menu point there is a sub-menu called Curriculum and Course Descriptions. And there you can find the curriculum, and the curriculum lists all of those subjects which are obligatory for you to take, and also there is a column which shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning the semester, like which semester you should pick up this course. Okay, so use the curriculum and course descriptions wisely, and if you have got any problems regarding the usage of curriculum, you can always contact your administrator. Watch out for the course's prerequisites and the parallel requisites. What does this mean? A course or a subject, obligatory or facultative or anything, can have a prerequisite subject, like a subject that you must complete before being allowed to take up this course. Okay, so for example, computer science students, you have got Calculus 2 or like Elementary Algebra 2. Of course, in a logical way, Elementary Algebra 2 requires Elementary Algebra 1 to be completed before picking up Elementary Algebra 2. Is this clear so far what the prerequisites mean? The parallel requisites mean that there are some subjects which require another subject either to be completed before picking up this actual subject, or it requires you to pick up that subject as well. Like for example, I say linear algebra requires elementary algebra as well to be picked up because these two courses can only be completed together. Okay? There is a guide to course registration as well. Neptune studies class schedule. You can see these menu points. Next one. Yeah, yes?
So there are few buses that doesn't have already the shuttle, so the time for it, and that's why we can't register for it.
You can contact the teacher about it, because it is the teacher's responsibility to actually advertise the time as well for the course. What is it? Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, so yes. No, actually all of the professors and course coordinators have been informed about the orientation days being today and tomorrow. So, but it is also advised that when you go home from today and tomorrow, you can write emails to the professors that I was participating at the orientation day, and that's why I could not come to like Mondays or Tuesdays class. Okay, it is like for the better to inform the professors that I was absent because of this, because of that, but these 2 days, like Mondays and Tuesdays, you will not be viewed like strictly as absent because the professors and the leadership of the faculty have been informed that today and tomorrow there will be orientation days. Okay? This is, for example, a curriculum. Some of you might have seen something like this. Hands up if anybody has seen a course curriculum. Okay, hardworking ones. Okay, really good. So you can see like the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those numbers designate which semester you must pick up the different courses. Okay? And the plus signs in it, like 2 plus 2, means that you have 2 lectures plus 2 seminars of the given course per week. Okay? So this is how you can use a curriculum. There are the instructors in charge, there are the prerequisites listed there, the course title, and also the course type and what kind of exam you have to take. So, but if you find any problem regarding the usage of curriculum, you can contact your administrator. Okay? Next one, please. Attending courses. Of course, according to the academic calendar, the semester started off as of today, 4th of September. And that 15th of October deadline is for those students who could not arrive in due time for the registration and enrollment. And they can arrive until the 15th of October and physically enroll. This 15th of October deadline does not concern you who are present physically here, because you have already done your online NEPTU registration thing, and also you will have done your physical, like attended registration and enrollment. Attending courses during the semester is obligatory, and according to the regulations of the university, welcome, take a seat please. And attending courses during the semester is obligatory, and according to the latest regulation of the Faculty of Sciences, you should be aware that your absence of these courses cannot be more than 30%. 30% of the classes can be missed, but after that, like if you miss more than 30% of the classes, then you will be like warned and sanctioned. Maybe you will not be able to complete the actual course. But regarding the orientation day, as I told you before, the orientation days are not viewed so strictly as absence. Okay? Next one. And about exams. As I said, we are nearing the end. So now for the end part of the presentation, let's talk about exams. Let's talk about the hardest part of university studies, about exams, okay? If you sign up for courses, then you have the ability to sign up for exams in Neptune. The exam dates will also be announced via Neptune, the online study system. If you have any payment obligation, like a retake exam fee, dormitory fee debt, or a tuition fee debt, fee-paying students, anything. So if you have any payment obligation existing, then the system will not allow you to register for the exams. During the exam, if you go to the place, sit down, and the professor asks you to identify yourself, always bring either a student card or an ID card or a passport with you to identify yourself, okay, on the exam. The lecturer or teacher cannot allow the student to sit the exam who has not registered for the examination and is not recorded on the examination sheet. So it is very, very of crucial importance that whenever the teacher tells you that, hey, attention students, the exam dates have been announced from now on, go to Neptune and register for the exams, then do so. Find the date that is most appropriate for you from the opportunities to take the exam and be present. Be present at the exam, and before that, register for the exam, because if you are not on the list, if somehow the system did not allow you because you have a payment debt, anything, or you did not pay a retake exam fee, or you missed the deadline of exam registration and you somehow cannot get on the list, then you are not allowed to take the exam. Okay? Is it understandable? So you can sign up for an exam date no later than 24 hours before the exam. And cancellation, if you want to drop the exam date because you have thought about it and you think that you cannot do the exam because of reasons, exhaustion, tiredness, or family reasons whatsoever, you can only cancel your exam registration 36 hours, so 1.5 days before the exam. Okay? If you miss these deadlines, no one is able to help you. Next one, please. Yes?
If you miss the exam dates for any reason, if you don't want to take the exams, you can do it the next semester, or you have to do the whole course again?
It will depend on the course, it will depend on the subject itself, and it will depend on the teacher. But the Faculty of Sciences teachers, like they issue in average 3 or 4 exam dates per semester. So you have ample opportunities to sit the exams. Like you don't have only one opportunity per semester to complete a subject. And of course, you can have any health condition that prevents you doing the exams. If you have a health condition, you can certify it by a doctor that you missed the exam opportunity because you had a bad, not headache, but a more serious problem that prevented you from taking the exam. Then have the GP write a certificate, have the GP write it down to prove that you missed the exam due to health condition, and show it to the teacher, okay? And if you can show that your missed exam opportunity was because of health condition, then the teacher shall not take it as a missed exam opportunity, okay? You have 3 chances to complete a subject in 1 semester. It goes for 1 semester. So per 1 semester, you have 3 chances to complete a subject. The second and third attempt for a course completion for an exam is possible during the given semester, but it has a price of 2,500 Hungarian forints. It's not much, but of course, each and every one of you wishes to complete every subject for the first attempt, right? Okay. And there is one opportunity called the equity exam. It is also called the Dean's exam permit. The Dean may grant exemption and give you a 4th chance in the same semester, but the Dean's exam permit can only be requested if you have failed 3 times from the same subject in one semester. And you have to write an official, very formal inquiry to the Dean of the faculty, Dr. András Trócsányi, who you have seen, and he is the one who will make the decision if you have solid reasoning that why you could not complete this subject, then he can give you this exemption, he can give you a fourth chance in the same semester to complete a subject. And I hope that neither of you will need this Dean's exam permit. Totally, so not by semester, not per semester, mind you, totally you have 6 chances to complete a subject. So per semester you have 3 chances, but totally you have 6 chances to complete one subject. So for example, if you have a subject that was very difficult for you and you tried yourself 3 times in a normal exam opportunity, you failed, and in one semester you got the Dean's exam permit as well, but you failed on that exam as well, that means that you used up 4 of your chances to complete a subject. And in the next, not semester, but in the next year, when you retake the same subject, you have to keep in mind that you only have 2 chances remaining of the 6 to complete the subject, because the previous semester you used up 4 of your chances. Is it clear? Is it understandable? Okay. So per subject you have 6 chances, but per semester you have 3 chances. And if you used up all of your 6 chances from a subject, but you could not pass the exam, then your student status is terminated. So if you cannot complete a subject from 6 attempts, then the faculty terminates your student status. And as I said, the number of exams in different semesters are added together. So in one semester you might use up 4 chances in a maximum, but it means that in the next attempt you will only have 2 tries. Okay, next one. And in case you sign up for an exam and you don't go, so you register for an exam in Neptune, but you do not appear, your result can be 2 things. First one is non-attendance or not appeared, and it has a cost of 2,000 Hungarian forints, because actually you took up a place from another student maybe, but you did not appear and you did not notify the lecturer about it. If the student does not attend the examination they have registered for, and you fail to indicate and certify the cause of non-attendance, for example, you do not certify that you missed the exam due to unexpected health conditions, then you will be charged 2,000 forints. But if you do not go to an exam, but you justify the non-attendance, like you certify it from the GP, and you hand in this certificate within 8 days of the missed exam to the registrar's office, then you will not be charged 2,000 forints. So it is important that if you sign up for an exam, then you go and appear at the exam. If you cannot come to the exam, then cancel the exam 36 hours before the actual exam date and time slot. Or if you have an unexpected health condition, then go to the doctor, have him or her sign a sheet that you had an unexpected health condition, show it to the registrar's office, and that's fine. Next one. And what happens if you fail a subject? Grade 1 means, like the Hungarian system goes from a scale of 1 to 5. where 1 is the worst one, the worst grade, and 5 is the best. Grade 1 means insufficient or failed, or the note shows in Neptune that cannot be assessed. You have to take the course per subject up again the next semester, or whenever the course is announced again. Every second and further course registration or course take-up costs 500 Hungarian forints per credit. So like if a subject has 5 credits, if a subject means 5 credits, but you fail it and you want to take it up the next semester, then 5 times 500 forints, meaning 2,500 forints is the cost of a repeated course registration at the next semester, okay? Next one, I think. Yeah, transcribing and payment of retake exam fee. You have a guide about this in Neptune. I won't go into detail about it. You can go to the next slide. And these are the last few slides, I promise. When does your student status terminate? Your student status will be terminated if you have not collected at least 12 credits in the first and second semester together. Or, as I said before, you have used all your 6 exam chances in one course unit. Remember this. Also, your student status will be terminated if you have taken up, if you have registered for a practice course more than 3 times. Also, your student status will be terminated if you have not activated your semester after 2 passive semesters. So the regulation of the University of Pécs allows only like 2 simultaneous semesters to be passivated, like continuously. So don't worry if you like passivate your second semester and then you have an active semester and you passivate your 4th semester again. That is not a danger. But if you passivate your like 2nd and 3rd semester, you cannot passivate your 4th semester as well continuously. So your student status will be terminated if you want to passivate 3 semesters in a row. Okay? And also, if you are a scholarship holder and you have not acquired at least 36 credits, but these 36 credits, be mindful to check the regulation, the latest regulation of Stipendium Hungaricum as well, because maybe the 36 credits have changed. It is very important to check the scholarship regulation as well. So if you are a scholarship holder and you have not acquired at least 36 credits in any last 2 active semesters, then your student status is terminated as well. All right? Next one. And yes, the Central Registrar's Office, they are the ones who will email you about picking up your residence permit and such. All kinds of financial issues belong to them, like reimbursement or like reimbursement of the tuition fee. You see the address, they have a customer service, but it is important also, just like at the GP's case, to write an email to info@kti.pt.hu if you have any inquiries. Okay, next one. Laws and regulations can be found also in the presentation link. We have a code of studies and examinations. Also, we have the code of charges and benefits. And also, we have ethical guidelines. And remember that Dr. András Trócsányi, the Dean of the Faculty, has got an Insight into Hungary course. There will be a lecture which will cover the code of conduct, the ethical codex about how to behave in Hungary, how to behave in the university, and this will also be taught to you via the lecture of the dean. It will either be him who will deliver this lecture about the ethical codex, or myself, or a guest student, anyone. But you will hear about this as well. Next one, please. And you have the schedule of the academic year indicated in the presentation. You can find it as well at ttk.pt.hu. If you search for the academic calendar, we will have an autumn break from the 30th of October to the 3rd of November. There will be no classes. There will be no classes from the 30th of October to the 3rd of November, and also between, there is the exam period starting in December, but there will be a break in the exam period as well between the celebrations of Christmas and New Year's Eve. So, like between the 24th of December and the 1st of January, there will not be exam dates announced between the two celebrations, okay? So only before and after that. Next, please. And yes, thank you all for your attention. Thank you all for your patience and attention. Just a little more, please be patient. Now we will go together to the Great Hall, and you can go away for a lunch break, of course, and we will meet in the Great Hall again at 1 p.m. But I will say every information again at the Great Hall once we reach there, and you are going to receive this presentation via email. And it is also the last important thing. I beg you, dear international students, always check your email inbox, okay? Always check your email box. Thank you.